which doesn't really exist on G2 side unless Labrov is finding phenomenal flanks. But you're not like grouping people for an Orianna ult. You're relatively short range with the Kai'Sa as well, and she doesn't have something that
Ball coming out from Sheo. I wonder if they'll just call off any possibility of a fight. They don't know where Trundle is right now. SkewMond has reset, got himself a Sheen. Aegis assault for the movement speed from Sheo. Flash away from Caps, but the shield vault still finds the stun. SkewMond on his way, but only at the tier 1 right now, as Caps has no way out of this. Uses the command, protects Sheo though with a spear to his back. Will get first. Never miss playoffs. And look at how many times they place really well. so rare that they do poorly in playoffs.
That's very true. Oh,
wait a
hang on a
second.
minute.
Wait a second.
You are going into the enemy jungle here. Serin looking for some damage himself. Does have his flash. Sheo was forced to flash away, but SkewMond falling low. Serin loses vision, puts a soldier in, gets the kill. Shield bolt out onto Camps, gets to somebody, gets one in response as Sheo falls. Serin needs to get out of here. Doesn't have that flash anymore. Camps still chases him. The counter curse needs to be
where they're positioning themselves in this lane.
Serin and Caps in the mid lane here. Grand Starfall coming out. Flash away from Caps, away from the Emperor's Divide. Meanwhile, a hook lining onto Labrov down towards the bottom side. Stend pretty deep here. Bullet time coming out. Not going to connect too much as Labrov does fall low, but able to escape until the flash double up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Serin taken out by SkewMond and Caps.
Action happening across the rift as G2 to allow for Ice's bullet time to get the full duration off onto Labrov, getting him low enough to allow Ice to secure that kill. He is the man that Heretics need to get ahead. He is their carry. As Sheo now losing a skirmish, but here comes Ice.
SkewMond doesn't have flash, uses the Pillar of Ice for the slow onto Ice. And it will manage to keep him at bay. Sheo still looking for a little bit more here. With the frozen domain down, SkewMond has that extra movement speed.
A nice job on the gank from SkewMond as well there. Use the subjugate because it removes 40% of the armor and magic resist. It just has enough, but now Stend.
Yeah, Stend pushing forward a little bit here as SkewMond and Hansama are there for the chase. Labrov face checked, and Stend paid the price for it.
The smite, and I thought to myself, oh, you're trying to get both of them low, maybe you do some sort of tech, but you're right, you just hit the wrong one.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't at least get one grab, and SkewMond just tracking and trying to match Sheo everywhere on the map. But here's the ult.
Onto Labrov, they'll land the stun onto him. The chase continues. The Serin able to dodge to the side and will be gifted.
The support isolated. Serin was also able to move down from mid, so there was no way for Labrov to go. Shockwave onto Serin. He's getting very low.
It goes back in. Emperor's Divide onto Caps, who takes the tower. Serin outplays. The minions take him out in response. Left on it. Thank you, paid chatter. Very kind of you.
Oh, what's going on here? Hang on a second.
Caught out. Sorry. I'll PayPal you guys later. Instead, caught out the subjugate coming out. There's the Pop Blossom as well for the chase onto Ice. And Ice is down. Yeah, that's the problem. You can start it up, but it's so easy for either team to collapse if the other is already on that Drake. Serin coming across here doesn't have that Emperor's Divide. Sheo's just going to walk back to the relative safety of his mid lane tower. And now G2 will be the ones to start up the Drake, with Caps having that push in.
Matter. It's now G2 getting that first dragon.
Ultimately, though, I mean, Heretics is still keeping the gold close. Like, if we compare this to last game, it was already dire straits, it felt like, for Heretics. They are skirmishing well. They are doing their best to trade kills where they can. And I'm looking at that gold lead for Caps, and it's scary, but Ice is building a similar advantages. This looks like a Pantheon ult to me.
BrokenBlade going all out, has the Zeke's convergence complete already. Grand Starfall in by Sheo, as you say, Eddie. And BB will fall basically just to Tracyn. That was a bit of an assist from Sheo, but Tracyn winning out the 1v1.
And there's another gold lead that's just as sizable as that bottom lane. You're kind of saying these side lanes are where you can put that
Great
pressure.
game state overall for Heretics. Like, it's not all doom and gloom just yet. SkewMond is definitely making his presence known. He is running around the rift doing what he can. Serin, though, trading.
Ooh, Emperor's Divide not connecting, the shockwave coming out, and Labrov is here with a blooming burst. And a big old kill. And meanwhile, Stend looking for the flank. No Grand Starfall yet for Sheo, but Stend, if he can get a depth charge onto Caps, who does still have the flash, the chase can continue. There we are. Caps caught up in the depth charge. Dredgeline's going to come out next. Flashes from it. Sheo flashes forward, and the bullets rip through as Sheo takes the kill. Stend tanks the tower, and Labrov falls second. Good route onto Ice, but the third tower shot does not materialize, so Ice able to escape.
I mean, Serin started the play with a bit of a blunder, but it turns into a massive win.
He's about 200 gold ahead. Nothing too consequential. It's a dagger in the end, but Caps with no flash and Sheo on the chase. He's going to extend that gold lead just a little bit. Good shockwave into the pillar. Sheo Serin flashing forward. Look at the Caps who has that Seekers. Serin will fall for this. SkewMond on the chase now as Stend's going to join the fray, but look at the flank position for Labrov and Hansama. Stend realizes he needs to get the hell out of there. It's a double for SkewMond. Riptide out from Stend. He does escape to the tower. BrokenBlade going all out with the Zeke's convergence onto Ice, burning his flash as well.
Caps managing to take
That's
one with
4 deaths and 5 deaths apiece now for the mid laners on each side.
That gold lead for
A
Ice.
choice. At this stage, you kind of have to cross map because there's no way you're able to get in position to try and take fights. And one of the things that we talked about was the ability to, you know, make picks.
Nothing more for G2. They'll get the charge. They don't break through the crystalline overgrowth. Caps gonna slow up Sheo with a command dissonance. The Pillar of Ice for the follow-up. It's Sheo. You're just a bit too deep. In the Aegis Assault saves him for a second, but the chase continues for G2. Sheo trying to run away. Another Comet Spear comes out, but Caps finds his man. Meanwhile, a TP to the bot side as Tracyn looks for BrokenBlade. Huge shield from that teleport. BrokenBlade, though, still has the flash. The plated steel caps now as well. The hyper from Tracyn doing a lot of work all out. Pulls BB towards the Crux, gives him a shield. He's able to get away from the Nav again. Tracyn unable to connect with the wallet either. BB just dashes away, holds onto his flash, and now Tracyn, is he gonna have to flash out himself? Because the collapse is beginning from Hansama and Labrov. In the end, he just jumps across to the safety of his Azir.
G2 are playing this map spectacularly. There's a ward just off by Red Brush, with Spotted just feel dizzy at the moment trying to keep pace with G2.
I feel like Heretics is trying so hard to force so many things. Like, this is a great example. Why are they here?
I mean, Sheo's likely dead. Labrov flashing in as Hansama dives in with the killing instinct as well. There's the shockwave onto Ice. Stend trying to flash to safety, but G2 are on the chase. That's 2. The bot lane of Heretics already dead. Serin and Sheo need to get out as BB dashes forward. Hansama no killer instinct left for him, but he can still land those Void Seekers. Sheo getting chased towards the bottom side. Pillar of Ice coming out to block him against the wall. The Gromp secured. Good double knockback from BB, but all they wanted was the jungler's life.
They tried so hard to contest that. They left Caps isolated in the side lane with the Orianna, who has the TP. SkewMond kind of covering the support, and he's now been caught.
Ice has to flash across the wall. Bullet time coming out, but there's the all-out from BB. Sinks in the Intofos and gets himself a kill. A bit isolated towards the backside, but he just dashes across the wall. And now G2 find another. Stend will fall. Tracyn building up that Meganar, but they're all hitting on Quay. Again, unprompted. I think that one was pretty prompted. By myself, but still.
Baron going to be secured by G2.
Reasons. You talked about it at the start of game 1, Vetty. Like, G2, when it comes to playoffs, they just tend to succeed. They just tend to do well. Even if they do come in as the 7th seed. Here, Ice caught out again. No way for him to get out. And G2 can just march down mid. Like, the defense for Heretics is Serin pushing the side lane, trying to get themselves an objective bounty, trying to get a little bit of gold. But their inhibitor tower in mid will fall. 23.5 minutes in, G2 are knocking on the Nexus.
Yeah, I was going to say, how far are they going to take this? Because Heretics have to reset, but BB soloing out the Azir.
Yeah, Serin able to dodge across the wall to the Gromp. Did use the Emperor's Divide, needs to get back. We'll use the Hex Gates to get closer. Tracyn knocked up with the Pillar of Ice. Sheo trying to get in there as well. TP coming out from BB as he's going to join the fight. The first Nexus tower will fall. G2 continuing to advance. And there's the Shockwave, and immediately they kill off Tracyn. They'll dive onto Sheo underneath the tower as well, but SkewMond still really healthy with that Subjugate. Second Nexus tower down. Ice has respawned. Does have that bullet time, but the Hot Blossom will find him again. Ice goes in with a bullet time, a good Pillar of Ice to stop it, as G2 are just ripping through them. Heretics don't have a leg left to stand on as G2 will go 2-0.
24-36.